Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about the September monthly forecast for Taurus people. Anybody with a Taurus rising, Taurus ascendant, Taurus Lagna or Moon in Taurus. And this video is applicable for all of them. So Taurus people, little difficult month, not just for you, but for all of us. I mean, we would be experiencing two eclipses. One is a lunar eclipse and the other one is a solar eclipse. So lunar eclipse is applicable for all. However, solar eclipse, I would say, is a partial eclipse. It depends, like whether it impacts you or not. It depends upon the country where you live. So let's talk about the movements, this month. So the first movement, 7th of September. Moon is getting into a lunar eclipse. Moon is getting afflicted, Taurus people, in your house of profession. And Moon being the lord of your third house, which is the house for your communication, hard work, writing. Okay, and it is getting afflicted with Rahu. I mean, it's a lunar eclipse in your house of profession. So guys, yes, I would say it would be a little difficult time in terms of your profession. So let's as a remedy, I would say let's take a date range of 5th of September till the 15th of September. I'm taking a higher date range because it's about your profession. So guys, yes, there would be a little bit of issues around communication because it's the lord of your communication, and it is in the the affliction is happening in your house of profession. So there could be issues around communication at work. There could be issues around writing at work. Okay, because Moon is the mind, Moon is the emotions. So you would also be in not a very positive state of mind. There could be a clutter around your mind also in terms of your work. So the only thing I would say, the best way is to take from the 5th to the 15th is to maintain a low profile at work, is to don't get into a lot of focus, don't get into a lot of spotlight. Okay, don't get into a lot of arguments with your colleagues. Okay, now avoid all unnecessary communications, avoid all unnecessary writings, avoid all unnecessary, initiatives, I would say. If it can be avoided, try to avoid that, because this is a little difficult time, guys, Taurus people, for you in terms of your work. So I mean, this could be a possibility that you may also face issues around your work. If you're planning to go for some kind of a IJP, which is the internal job posting, if you're planning to go for some kind of a any action around your work, anything related to giving interviews within your organization, outside your organization, please try to avoid that. Please try to postpone it after 15th. Okay, now the next thing is that there could be I would say I would say in the nutshell, there could be problems around your work, because guys, understand, the affliction, the lunar eclipse is happening, the moon is getting afflicted in the house of profession. So I mean, there could be problems. So the best remedy is to not to react, not to respond. Just maintain a status quo at work. Don't overcommit. Okay, and 5th to 15th, and then after that it would be fine. So that's mostly about the work. Now guys, let's move on to the next, which is the 13th of September, Mars, which is getting into your 6th house. So this is a good movement. Mars, the lord of your 12th, would be in the 6th house. So which means, guys, Mars would also be aspecting your 9th house of luck, 9th house of long-term travel. Mars would be giving an aspect on its own house in the 12th house, which is the house for foreign lands. So there is definitely a possibility that you get in the work opportunity outside your country. Okay, 6th house is the house for your competition. So guys, in terms of competition, you would be at Mars. It's a malefic house and it's a malefic planet. So you would Mars is at its absolute best, or maybe any malefic, is at its absolute best when it's in the 6th house. So in terms of competition, guys, you would be excellent. I would strongly recommend that after the 13th of September, I mean, especially if you're passing through with like, your Taurus rising passing through with Mars time. So you should compete. You should compete if there's an opportunity around within your organization. You should compete for IJPs. You should also go for, IJPs outside your organization. However, again, I would say this movement of Mars is happening after 13th. However, just try going for any kind of new thing after the 15th, because that energy of eclipse would definitely be there. So, I mean, this is a good time. Like, this is also the house for your enemies. So, guys, you would be able to defeat your enemies at work, defeat your competitors at work. Okay, this is also the house for your daily routine. So your daily routine, you would see a great changes. This is also the house for your diseases. So you would see some great relief coming in terms of your diseases. So overall, a good placement, like, because 12th house is also the house of expenditures. So you would see a great relief around the expenditures also. So this is a good movement. Okay, now 15th of September is when Venus is getting into your 4th house. That's again the beautiful movement, like Venus being the lord of your ascendant and would be in your 4th house of your mother, for your like own real estate, your own vehicles, your contentment. So good movement, though it is, Venus would be like, Ketu is already there, so it would be have a little bit of affliction. However, because it's your Lagan lord and it's a very powerful placement of Venus in the 4th house. So I mean, in terms of like, anything related to your home, if you had been facing any kind of petty issues around your home, like, those fixtures and fittings and, some kind of minor repair, okay, you would see a great relief coming in from them, from this area. Now, because this is also about the Venus, so there could be a possibility that, you may buy some good things around for your home, from some luxurious items around your home. Some art, painting, some artwork. You may go for some kind of an upgradation, like, renovation or some ultra luxury furniture. This is seen. However, I mean, this is also the house for your vehicle also. So, which means, and Ketu is already there. So, in case there is any kind of petty issues you are facing around vehicles, or like, there would be comfort related to vehicle because of the Venus. Now, this is also the time when you may go for buying a new home. Okay, buying a new vehicle. It's also the house for your mother, your contentment. So your relationship with your mother would improve. Yeah, her health would improve after 15th of May. I'm sorry, after 15th of September. But then, yes, your internal contentment, your own happiness, your own inner satisfaction would improve. You would see, you would be happier after 15th of September. However, guys, this is the total month for eclipse. I would strongly recommend that, like buying a home, buying a vehicle is a big thing. Okay. So if it can be avoided, please avoid that. Initiate anything around this after 15th of September. So good times, like, people who are Taurus people who are passing through Venus times, good period for them. Now again, the 15th of September, Mercury would be getting into your 5th house. So this is again a very good movement around money, because 2nd house is the house for money, and Mercury rules the house of money, and Mercury would be exalted in the 5th house. So 5th house is basically all the good deeds, which you've done in the previous births. It gets accumulated here. So, I mean, it's a beautiful house, and you would see gains. You would, because it's also aspecting the 11th house of gains. So you would see inflow of money. You would see increase in your bank balance. You would see increase in your net worth. You would see increase in the liquid assets. Like increase in the cash flow. So money wise, it's a good movement. If you've been struggling, or if you had been facing issues around money, now after 15th, you would see a great relief. Also, in terms of you have some kind of stocks, you have some kind of cryptocurrency, and there is definitely a gain which is expected after the 15th. But again, guys, because this is the month for both lunar and solar eclipse. I would say if you're getting an opportunity to book profits, please go ahead. But again, if you're planning to buy more stocks, new stocks, planning to buy a cryptocurrency, then guys wait till I would say 25th of September, ideally, because this is money. Okay, so be careful around that. So, but otherwise, it's a good movement. Like, it's also the house for your kids. Like, Mercury is exalted, and anything which is ruled by Mercury, the fifth house, which is your education, your creativity, your startup, your romantic relationships, your everything, education, everything, you would see a great improvement. So this is a good movement, guys. Now the next movement, and that would be Sun. So on the 17th of September, Sun would be again, transiting into your fifth house in Virgo. So guys, this is a difficult time because, like I would say, why? I mean, it's a good placement of Sun. Like, it's a good movement of Sun, not a bad movement in the fifth house. However, try to understand, like 22nd September, there would be a solar eclipse. So that energy would be there, the eclipse energy would be there throughout the month. So, I mean, not very favorable times around, around kids, especially I would say the most important area would be around your kids, around your romantic relationships. There could be a little bit of ego, and, also around mothers, who are expecting, or, females who are expecting. So you got to be a little bit careful about your health, and you got to be a little bit careful about the kids, their education. Okay, and of course, your romantic relationships also. I mean, there could be, because, understand, this is not a bad placement, not a bad movement. But when the solar eclipse is happening on the 22nd of September, that energy would start building up. Okay, prior to that. So, I mean, in the nutshell, guys, I would say, from the 5th to the 25th, for all Taurus people, guys, maintain a status quo. Okay, be alert, be careful, and just maintain a status quo. I mean, just let it be. You have to survive things. Don't react, don't respond. Now, the next thing I would say here, like, very important. Like, whatever I'm talking about, these movements, the movement of Moon, the movement of Mars, the Mercury, the Sun, the Venus. Now, who gets this impact? Okay. Now, you are a Taurus rising, you're passing through with Moon period. You're passing through with Moon, Mahadasha, Antardasha. It's difficult. It's difficult around your profession. You got to be careful. You got to be doing a little bit of treatments. But if you're not passing through with Moon, it would be a 10 to 20% of an impact. But the impact would definitely be there. Okay. So for any kind of, transits to manifest in your life, right, it is critical that, you should be passing through with the planetary periods. Otherwise, it would be a drop in the ocean. So, but yes, I mean, this month, it's all about the eclipse. So, overall, it doesn't look like a very good month for all of us. So, we got to be a little bit careful. So, I mean, guys, you want to have any kind, you have any questions related to this, you have any questions in case you want to do some treatments, you can write in the comment, and I will share the treatments around that, which is suitable for you. So, I mean, that's mostly what I wanted to talk, guys. So, Taurus people, if you like this video, I would request you to press the subscription, to press the bell notification, and to also add a comment, because your comment really validates my effort. Okay, so in case anyone wants to connect with me for a reading, guys, I've shared my email address, I've shared my telephone number, my WhatsApp number. You can connect with me on my email or at my WhatsApp. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great evening. Thank you.